Sup guys, so this is going to be the next episode back to back, so this is just the next game from the previous game that I just recorded. So yeah, just letting you guys know. Anyway, so Lily wants to join in, so we remade, but that's no big deal. Okay, we are assassin, here we go. Spy. Okay, like we have hammer there, 1, 2, next hammer, 1, 2. Okay, we have mission 1, mission 3 hammer. Not bad. Krazox. Okay. We'll see. Off picks me, almost mad, okie doke. Lily picks those two, okie doke. Everyone's off picking, man. Except Kraz. Okay. On picks that, okay. Nemesis on picks Jojo. That's really the only important thing in mission 1. Almost Matt picked him and he just picked him. Okay. So as per usual, we will add ourselves onto mission 1. Now, Assassin's role, and this also applies for Spy's role, is generally to pretend to be VT. Because Merlin's the only one who can spy you, right? Morgana has 2 people who can ISO, the Percy and the Merlin. But the assassin and the spy, only Merlin can spy, right? Only Merlin has that concrete information. So if you pretend VT and you play a correct, clean, perfect VT as a spy or an assassin, the final person who spies you at the end of the game is Merlin. That is, of course, if the game gets to that point. So we always try to not let it get to there and try to delay the game by being on the missions and failing. So that does not mean to be silent though. There's a difference between being VT and being a silent VT or an unengaged VT. You have to be a VT who wants to win. You have to be an engaged VT, right? So in that sense, we still have to be active in chat. We still have to be convincing other people. You know, we still have to be trying to win as a VT. I guess that's what happened in the last game as well, but you know, putting that aside, that's generally how the spies can win. So Kraz off picks those 2. Puts himself onto mission 1. Yeah, my bad. I do actually like the guns more, so I'm gonna change to that. Old style. Now the thing that stood out just then was that Jojo picked himself and unknown. Usually add yourself to the person who just picked you or whoever you like, or hammer usually, but he went out of his way to pick unknown, whose off pick was pro enormous man, which was the correct off pick, right? So he does that, of course. Nothing special. What is he picking? Okay, he's adding himself onto mission 1. Perfectly normal. So far, everyone likes mission 1, so it seems. Almost Matt. So it seems like everyone likes mission 1, and because mission 1 is not good, of course, almost Matt can be not Merlin, right? Lily says she doesn't like it now because she just got added to M1. Of course she'd say that. Krazox is next hammer. What's the next hammer? I have the mission 4 hammer. Okay, that's not too bad, given that I'll be in mission 4 hammer over here in this location. If a Merlin sees that and they're counting the hammers, they should be very worried right now. They'll probably try to off-app or force something early. And almost Matt takes off Nemesis, adds unknown on. Okay. So he antis Nemesis, Lily adds on unknown. I don't know why people like unknown so much. Unknown hasn't done anything special. Is unknown res? He's well liked. I wonder who Morg is. Morgana's probably... Let's see. Nemesis pick Jojo. Jojo adds on unknown. What was Jojo's pick? He didn't have a mission 1 pick. Okay. Not a very good move because now you're consolidating or, you know, reinforcing the fact that these 2 are clean. But okay. Jojo, of course, says not enough info to res them 100%, which is something Merlin wouldn't say. Merlin just wouldn't Merlin would probably say, yeah, he's probably res. That's what Merlin would probably say. Merlin would probably say he's probably res in a positive tone, right? But this one that Jojo's saying is a negative tone. There's not enough info to res him 100%. That's a negative tone, right? So he can also not be Merlin for that, I guess, you know, starting from what we've seen. I'm going to take Lily Kraz maybe. Or maybe I'll take Almost, because Almost Matt's been on point. Or do I take Jojo? Thing is, I don't really want to spy Nemesis just yet, so we'll leave both of them off. Unknown can also be taken. I can probably take Almost Matt. Let's see if I can create a divide, yeah? Because Almost Matt likes Jojo Unknown. If I pick this, it's sort of still saying that Almost Matt should like him. But I'll create a rift and see how that goes. You know, VT can still do this, right? VT is saying, okay, I'm VT, I want to pick the next hammer. I pick Almost Matt because he looks res, right? It's perfectly valid as a VT to pick that. The only thing is, if Kraz is Morgana and I'm Assassin and I float that, it's still not the end of the world, you know. We double fail that next if the mission of someone else gets added onto M3, then, you know, Nemesis can get onto M5 maybe. Not the end of the world if M3 floats, if Kraz is picked on. And, okay, Jojo takes M1. Yeah, he's probably not Merlin anymore. He takes Unknown. It's a fair pick, okay. M1 spies me? So M1's clean. Oh, okay, says Kraz. He doesn't really need to say that, but okay. I didn't mention I was recording. So usually if I was VT, I'd ask Kraz to pick me. Or I'd ask Kraz, what is he thinking? I don't think that would work in this group of players. So we'll have to see. 3 approves, okay. Kraz, what are you thinking? So Merlin hasn't made a move yet, which tells me that they probably haven't seen this far to where the next hammer's going to be. We ruled out Almost Matt and Jojo, so there's Lily or Unknown. Neither of them have made a big move, and he takes mission 1 plus himself. That is another fair move, because people have been spying Lily, so that's not too bad a move, but... Oh, if I'm Assassin, I hope Nemesis knows to fail this. That's the thing, if he's Assassin. Oh, sorry, if he's Spy. I don't know if he knows to fail or not. Does he? We will see. He's thinking. Okay, good. So Kraz is doing well here. Kraz ignored my question. He picked a shitty team. Pretends he didn't see it, right? Pretends he doesn't understand. That's a good move. I like that. They said M1 is clean, yet it's not. So the only time when M1 is clean is if both Kraz and Lily are Spy. So here, after 2 fails, is when the VTs or any res will start talking. If we're res, we have to start talking here. I like Unknown. So if we like a Merlin very much, if we like a Resistance map very much, and they don't like us back, especially at this stage of the game, probably means they're Merlin. I like how Matt said M1 is clean. Matt said M1 is clean and Unknown likes that. This is looking bad for Rez. Just because of how many M1 proposals there are. I said maybe. I can unhighlight mine. I don't know why I had that highlighted. Unknown, Lily, almost man. Let's highlight those two. Actually, let's highlight all the res. Did I highlight Jojo? Yep. Okay. Okay. Takes one on mission 1. Takes off Kraz and takes off Lily. Lily's Merlin. You see? Lily's Merlin. She didn't see far enough. She should have pushed for, or she could have offer proved and pretended to be, you know, accidental misclick. I like this. Because I said I like unknown. Almost mad seems to be good res, right? +1, and that's at most 1 spy. If Unk is res, M1 is bad. Who's Unk? I don't know who Unk is. This claims that both M2 and M2 doubled what? M3. So maybe I shouldn't have approved that. I can read because of hammer. Matt has many infos. Jojo seems Percy because he sees Lily trying to move hammer, right? Not spying probe, but wondering. That's a very weak accusation, right? Whereas this one's much stronger. Lily's the last person who hasn't unmerlined either, right? This is why you need to talk as well. The more you talk, the more chances you have to drop information, but also the more chances you have to say something wrong, to unmerlin. If you don't talk, you can't unmerlin, right? If you don't talk, then you have to have another resistance member who plays perfectly for you to not get shot. But that doesn't happen, right? Because games keep changing, chat keeps changing, you know, your interactions keep changing. You can't rely on being silent and relying on another resistance member to be consistently playing good. So you have to talk, right? You have to talk. Since M1 is bad and unknown is universally res. So Lily claims M1's bad. If M1 is bad, then Lily and Kraz can't possibly be 2 res. So obviously that's a lie, right? Because if M1 is bad, they can still be 2 res. 1 spy, 1 spy, 1 spy. Or 1 spy, no spy, 1 spy or something. Now you get the idea pretty much. Matt, Crow, Kra has 2 spies. Matt, Crow, Kra has 2 spies. That's useless information really to us, right? It doesn't really help because I'm saying almost Matt's clean. That just means that I can spy Kraz even harder and then Lily has to agree with me, right? So we'll do that. And Kraz is bad. Maybe I'm pushing a bit too hard here because I still need to feign VT-ish, right? But that's what Lily's trying to lead me on to say. But Lily is also taking my hammer off, so if I'm VT, I really don't like Lily right now. In fact, I should probably be accusing Lily soon. The only thing is that I can't accuse that, I need the Morgana to accuse that, right? If the Morgana accuses the Lily, then the Percival can take us on board. If I accuse Lily right now, then I guess any resistance member will do that, right? If their hammer's being taken. If Kra is good, I'm hammer. It's not happening. I don't know how anyone else other than Lily can be Merlin. This is why chat is important, guys. Chat. Now everything Lily says from here on has to be correct, right? And there's no chance for her to unmerlin because she didn't talk enough earlier. Oh, Unk is unknown. I see. So Kraz is taking Lily's side. If Kraz is Morgana, that's a bad move. If Nemesis is Morgana, then Kraz doing that is okay. Nemesis Morgana would be much harder for us though, because if Nemesis is Morgana, he should have been morged ages ago. He's not talking at all. Which means that the game shouldn't be going so good for us as spies. Right? Because then Percy would have been able to Merlin much earlier. But it hasn't happened yet. Or Jojo Percy, he has morged the Nemesis, but Lily hasn't dropped anything for him to use. That's the other scenario here. So here I'm starting to show distrust to Lily. I'm saying, why are we listening to Lizzie? I raised Unknown and Matt. She wanted to take Hammer from me. And then she's, saying that I should accuse Krazox. I don't know, maybe I'm playing too good for them and I'm looking like a VT with too much information, i.e. a spy. Lily doesn't have enough trust to be Hammer. I don't care if M1's singled or not. M4 just needs two fails. Lily, if you're telling me, if you're delaying because Unknown and Matt aren't to res, then you should say when I have the pick. The only way I can push for non-hammer is if Nemesis is the res, and if Nemesis is spy, then Kraz is res, I am hammer. She's trying too hard now to drop false clues now. She's trying to unmerlin now, but it's too late. If Nemesis is spy, then Kraz is res, but she's not going to pick she can't pick Kraz because he needs two fails, but then she's going to spy him later on. The latter part is too risky. Lily, stop delaying. This is silly. Nemesis needs to talk more, right? I told him a couple games ago that he needs to talk more, but he's not. That's his one line there. He's taking Nemesis. He has to take Kraz there. She has to take Kraz there. See, Nemesis isn't talking at all. Lily never accused Almost Man either. Yet she's taking it off him. She's hoping that that'll unmerlin her enough. It's M2 plus Unknown. It is indeed. Jojo's a fussy. Unknown can also be, but Jojo's the one who wanted the hammer move as well. Did I highlight? I did highlight Unknown. If this rejects, we win. Because Nemesis can pick dirty, I can pick dirty. So Lily has to off-up this. If not known is res, odds are hammer is dirty. That's a base, you know, no proof, no logic behind that. Matt is res, the singles place. Is Matt res? She off-ups, of course. Nemesis approve is not too bad, that's okay. This just turned into a game that's much harder to win through missions. Unknown's next hammer. So this outs Crown Pro. He's gonna repick. We have to shoot Lily here, man. There's no other choice. Shouldn't be stressing out this hard, but you know. At least Lily is playing this right. You know, you'd rather die to the bullet than lose to missions. Always play to the end. If you're Merlin, you should never die to the bullet. You should never lose by missions. You should never get 3 fails. You should always want to die to the bullet, to the shot. Unknown's taking his time as well, man. Almost Matt can't be Merlin because after his pick he had to say approve, 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 right? For his mission 4 pick here. But he didn't. He just said if you want it, then you can app. He's talking to Lily, right? I should have taken Jojo because Nemesis just apped that. You see, if I avoid the Percy as well, then that means that the other two are VT. It means that I can still act Percy or I can still act Power Roll. Almost Mad is conflicted right now. He doesn't know if M1's dirty or not. He's willing to go ahead and repick that. So I'm going to see if I can pull along the 2 VTs to just approve this. Nemesis can feign, I don't know, whatever he wants. But the important thing is that I look PR to the other 2 VTs. Nemesis has to be my other PR. Thing is, he's being really quiet. Maybe they'll think that he's a silent Merlin or something, but I have to pretend Power Roll here. I reckon Jojo can be Percy, right? Okay, we'll see if we can get Unknown to repick that. He repicks clean, yeah, of course. Because Lily's res those 2 hard, right? Along with me. Kraslox isn't talking anymore. He's not trying to be on missions. It's fine, to be honest. I mean, he's pretty much outed as well. He could fight Lily, but he's also fighting me. Kraslox doesn't have a team pretty much, so him being silent's okay. At this stage of the game, right? Earlier he wasn't really that silent, so it's okay. He's playing fine. In fact, if he's smart, he'd probably want to app this. Pretend, you know, that's clean. Because this isn't going to be passing straight up, I reckon. I don't think this passes straight up. There's too much uncertainty between the other 2 VTs. Okay, if he approved that would have gone ahead, but Unknown's approving that. No. It's cause, I guess, from Unknown's point of view, he has a valid PR combo there, right? This game's gone for 30 minutes. I just want to shoot. So see, this is a bit of punting, a bit of flaming. I'm trying to look Percy. Trying to make Nemesis look Merlin. I'm trying to punt here, right? There's a certain level of punt that's acceptable or should be okay. Just don't do it beyond a certain point. Because spies are allowed to pick whatever they are, allowed to say whatever they want. Jojo's on point, right? I mean, of course, he's on the opposing team, so he would know. I'll never kill Merlin like that. Yes, I wouldn't. But the main point I'm trying to get across is Nemesis is res. Surprisingly, Resistance is... It's not too shitty, but I mean... They let it get to Lily. Lily had to out herself so hard to get that M4 to pass. No one really liked Lily either, except maybe Jojo. Jojo added her on, right, took off Nemesis. Unknown to Priv really doesn't mean anything for the team just then, because he has Hammer anyways, right? Nemesis here is talking to Jojo, which is the wrong move, because the team that he just proved is me, Almost Matt, Unknown, and himself. That's really the only valid team that we spies have to be on the mission, right? But he's now talking to Jojo, trying to get Jojo on his side, but clearly that's the wrong decision, because then my team falls apart, right? Then our spy team falls apart. Rez will win this by missions, but we have to shoot Lily. Game is hard. Game is very hard. Hard to win by missions, not hard to shoot, I reckon. I mean, if I'm wrong with Lily, then something's really wrong with me. Just pick. So, Kraz says it could be Lily or Jojo. I don't like Jojo because of that line. Not enough info to resonate 100%. That's a negative tone one. He also doesn't really say much. He does not spying probe, but just wondering. And he says that after Lily says he wants to rethink Hammer. See, the chat between M1 and M3 is so minimal, right? There's not enough for Merlin to hide herself. Let's see what Nemesis thinks. Nemesis hasn't replied yet. That line says nothing about him being Merlin, right? Really don't worry, that's because M4's already succeeded. He's already decided who's Merlin. You think Joe is Merlin? No, no way. Lily was the first one to accuse Hammer, right? I have Jojo highlighted. Lily's the first one to mention Hammer. That means that Lily would have accused me already. I've never been on any missions though. From Lily's point of view, if she's Percy, Almost Matt, Unknown, Kraz and me, we all have equal standing. There's no reason for her to spy me in particular just so soon, right? Because both mission 2 and mission 3 doesn't tell Lily, you know, between me, Almost Matt and Unknown who's a spy if she's Percival, right? Unknown was Percy. That team could have still gone through, but yeah. Jojo did well. I'll give him that. Jojo did well. Almost Matt did okay. Kraz was alright. Nemesis was alright. Oh, Nemesis just needs to start talking a bit more, but not too bad. Anyways. Nemesis is new, that's fine. Kraz is new, they're fine. Yeah. A lot of people, these three are, I don't know about Almost Matt, but I know these two are new. They did well though, considering their experience. No real complaints with them. It's just, if I were to give feedback to Nemesis, I would talk more. Definitely talk more, because he's Morgana. That final team was valid for Unknown Stranger. If Nemesis talked more to him, and Almost Man, res me, that team would have gone ahead. It would have gone ahead, right? Given that he's Percival, right? Especially since he's Percival. Also, even if he's not Percival, even if Jojo's Percival, Nemesis can feign PR, I can feign PR, we can coordinate together, we can drag on the other two VTs. So that's what I would say Nemesis should have done, but that's okay, we still won. Kraz did well. Him being on mission 3, was that his pick? It was his pick. He picked just mission 1 plus himself when there was already doubt behind mission 1 or whether Lily was a Merlin. Not a bad pick at all. I do like that pick. It gives Resistance pretty much no information at all. I mean, he did get out himself later on, because no one resed him, no one went out of their way to save him. But, you know, he died a valiant death pretty much. So that was a good pick. It was just hard because Resistance was too silent. Lily had no chance, no room to talk earlier on, right? There's no chat. The more chat there is, the more chances Merlin gets to drop info, but at the same time, the more chances Merlin gets to un-Merlin as well through chat. If Resistance keeps talking, or keeps silent, there's no buffer for Merlin to be talking in. Merlin can't say the wrong things because then that's the only thing that's being said, and then they all trust it, and if they try it and it fails, then they spy him, right? So they have to say what's correct, straight up, if there's no other chat going on, right? That's the biggest thing I reckon that's wrong with the games nowadays. It's too pick and logic and deduction and analytical based. Not enough chat or play interaction, or who reses who through chat, who likes who through chat, the tone they convey it in. Remember that line from JoJo? Where is it? This line, the tone matters very much here, right? I reckon the new beginners and the new generation really need to pick this up a bit more. This is what the veterans are good at, reading tone, timing, and context is how you really win this game, in my opinion. Anyways, that was just a really tough game for Lily anyways. It sounds like she saw the hammer a bit too late, because she mentioned that there was a double hammer, right? Or double spy hammer. Maybe she didn't notice, but if she did, I probably would have pretended to misapprove over here somewhere in mission 3. So see how Kraz got the pick? Jojo, Nemesis, unknown. Jojo and Nemesis. Nemesis, it's not perfectly clean. It's not perfectly clean. I probably would have approved that and pretended that was an accident. Although that makes Nemesis hammer, right? So maybe the one before. So what was my pick? Me, Almost Matt, Kraz. Almost Matt rejected, so even if he approved, it wouldn't have gone ahead. But you get the idea. I probably would have tried something ballsy and be like, oh shit, that was a misclick. And talk a bunch. Get Morgana to un-Merlin herself. Get Morgana to Morg herself, right? Through Percival. Then you can regain trust through Resistance, while also giving hammer to a res. The only thing is that relies on Percival being loud and, there to help you and salvage you later on without killing you. And that's what it relies on, so that's hard. Anyways, good game. I hope that these people get a chance to view this video and learn a bit more. Cool. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.